I can't prepare you for all of the possible interview questions that you might encounter, but I can get you thinking about some of the ones that you may run into. Now, I've gotten some of these questions from the Knock 'em Dead Job Interview book by Martin Yate again. And I will provide you with a couple of handouts of possible questions to look through as well. How do you manage work deadlines? Always be thinking about what the interviewer is looking for in an answer. This question examines time management skills and organization abilities. Remember, we were talking about that earlier, how employers are really looking for you to be able to manage deadlines, to come in on time with deadlines, to be able to multitask, to uh, juggle various deadlines at the same time. So you should address how you prioritize your your deadlines. You might want to use the prioritize, do, and review cycle, where you set time at the end of every day to review that day's activities and plan tomorrow's activities. This is really just kind of a review of what you've done and then perhaps creating a to-do list for the following day. What is your greatest strength? You should probably start by talking about a must-have technical skill within your job description title. This might be exceptional writing skills, perhaps it's something to do with speaking skills or videography, whatever it is. Start with something concrete. Then talk about one or more of the kinds of transferable skills that we talked about in the other slideshow, such as critical thinking, multitasking, problem solving, being team-oriented, working independently. Think about this list and come back to it as often as possible. What is your greatest weakness? Now, at first, you don't want to address this directly. You might talk about the constantly evolving challenges of the profession, and then follow with examples that show how you are keeping up with, say, upcoming technologies that affect your productivity. You might say, I'm currently reading about, or I just attended a weekend workshop on, or I'm signed up for classes at. This is a great way to show initiative. This shows that you're staying on top of trends. This shows that it's not really a weakness, it's you dealing with a changing marketplace. You can also consider the following as effective alternatives or additional ways of addressing this. Say there's a minor part of the target job where you lack knowledge, but knowledge you will pick up quickly and can prove that you will pick it up quickly. You could use something like that. You might identify a weakness that has no possible relation to the needs of your job that you're applying for, but then they might ask you another follow-up question. So be prepared for that. What is your role as a team member? So first of all, you do want to make sure that you describe yourself as a team player. Show enthusiasm for your ability to work within a team. Now, how you answer this question will likely rely heavily upon your research of this particular job, this company or organization, and your role within it. So you'll want to link your job's role to that of the department or the area where you're working, the responsibilities of that department, and then to the overall success of the company. So in that way, you'll be able to demonstrate your sense of the importance of teamwork. Tell me about a time things went wrong. So you've been asked to talk about something that went wrong, but I would never answer this question with anything other than an example that turned out just fine. Think about an example that best relates to your title job description. Make sure that when you do come up with this example, don't point a finger of blame. Talk about the situation and end with how you solved the problem or contributed to its solution. This is an opportunity to show your problem-solving ability. You might get in another couple of skills, the transferable skills that we talked about earlier. You could go on to explain that the next time you faced the same kind of a problem, you had a better frame of reference. You knew what to avoid, what to do more of, and what other new approaches you could try. So this will show how you have learned from your mistakes. How have you benefited from your mistakes? Remind yourself that you learn more from failures, mistakes, and errors than you do from successes. Do you feel this? Do you internalize this message? I hope you do. If you don't treat setbacks as learning experiences, it's going to be pretty hard to put a positive spin on this. And I think that if you don't at least attempt to treat setbacks as learning experiences, or failures or mistakes as learning experiences, you're really doing yourself a disservice. You will learn, in general, more from your mistakes than you ever do from your successes. So remember that as you're going through life. This is what this question is addressing. This is an opportunity for you to demonstrate your emotional maturity as well as your critical thinking skills. Your answer will show your interviewer how you treat setbacks as learning experiences. So you might add something like, I treat disappointments as a learning experience. I look at what happened, why it happened, and how I would do things differently at each stage should the same set of circumstances appear again. That way I put disappointment behind me and I'm ready with renewed vigor and understanding to face the new day's problems. A little hokey maybe, it's true, but tell it in your own words. And if you do this, if this is a habit of yours, then you will be able to express that sentiment. What are you looking for in your next job? You might want to keep your answer general for this one and focus on the fulfillment you experience from a job well done. Perhaps with a team that is committed like yourself. Perhaps you want to draw in the idea that you get enjoyment from working for a company with a solid reputation, or you might want to pull in the mission statement of that company and how that some aspect of that mission statement inspires you.